naman tayong gagawing bagong project. Ano na naman yan? Gagawa tayo ng bagong project. Gagamitan natin ng microcontroller Arduino Uno, paborikets ng bayan. Microcontroller. At ito pa, LCD screen, kulay blue. Meron siyang 16 pins. Bago pa ito. May plastic pa. Ayun o. Tanggalan natin ang plastic. Ang size niya 16 by 02. 16 row. 16 columns, 2 row. 2 row. 16 na karakter pwede rito. Diba? At sa likod, meron siyang backpack. Meron siyang backpack. Ito yung tinatawag na I2C. I2C. Inter-integrated circuit. Meron siyang IC na PCF 857040. Ito naman, ginagamit yan para sa contrast. Matimpla natin yung ating LCD screen. Kung maliwanag o madilim. So dito, inter-integrated circuit. Para saan ba yun? Ito. Kinonvert niya yung 16 pins na may mga designated pins into 4 pin. Naging ground, VCC, SDA, serial data, at serial clock. Dahil dito sa kanyang IC, yung 16 pins ng LCD naging 4 pins. Known as I2C. I2C, Inter-Integrated Circuit. Nagagamitan natin ng Arduino code. Ano naman ano yan? Pagaganahin natin ito. Diba? Blue screen Kulay blue yung kanyang screen. Mag-upload tayo ng code ng Arduino. Eto na ang ating project. Nag-upload na tayo ng code. O yan na lumabas. Welcome. Tagalog Electronics. O ayan, ano naman ang ano yan? Ha? Ayan. Napagana na natin yung LCD display. Meron siyang alternate word flasher na welcome tsaka Tagalog Electronics. 'Di ba? Gumana na. Oh. Oh, nakakabit siya sa power supply. Okay? Nagulo ang buhay niya. Teka. Reset. Iyan ang bago nating project. Let us see the circuit diagram of our project. We are using Arduino Uno Microcontroller for the project, and is connected to the PC via USB. So this line, we use this line to upload the code, USB port, and we are only using 4 pins of Arduino Uno. The ground pin 5 volts, A4, A5. A4 and A5 is an analog pin and is configured by the code as, what is the configuration? It serves as an output and input. So the configuration of A4 and A5 is output, current goes out, the data goes out and goes in. Also A5, data goes out and goes in. Sending and receiving. Sending and receiving. And then this Arduino Uno is connected to the backpack I2C, I2C, inter-integrated circuit. This backpack converts the 16 lines of LCD display into 4 wires. So instead of 16 lines to be connected to the Arduino, because of this backpack, it is now 4 lines. 4 pins. It becomes 4 pins consisting of ground, VCC, which is 5 volts, serial data connected to A4, which is the analog pin of the Arduino, serial clock connected to A5, which is the analog pin of Arduino Uno. Okay? What is this type of communication? This is a serial communication. What is a serial communication? It transfer or send data bit by bit, sending bit of information one by one, 1 0 1 0, just like that. In this figure, sometimes Arduino Uno is the master and the display, which consists of a backpack, is the slave. Master, slave. So when this Arduino Uno is the master, it sends data to the LCD via backpack with the use of serial clock. This is a synchronous type of communication to in sync with the data. So this serial clock that serves as the carrier frequency for transferring data into the LCD. And this LCD display has a MAC address so that it can locate where the LCD is because it has an address when Arduino Uno is sending data to the backpack and then to the LCD. It has a MAC address. Okay? And what communication protocol we use here? This is half duplex type. So in communication, we have this half duplex. What is half duplex? Half duplex is when this is the master, it sends data to the slave, and this slave receives the data. And the other way, when this is now the master, it sends data now, and the Arduino now is the receiver. So it can only send and receive one way. They cannot send and receive at the same time. If this is the master, it sends to the receiver. If this is the receiver, it is just received. And then after receiving, it will send the data back to the Arduino. Arduino now is the slave. If this is the master, this is the slave. So one way, sending and receiving. That is half duplex. Comparing to the full duplex is you can send and receive at the same time. At the same time, you can send and receive. That is full duplex. Half duplex is first you need to send and then receive by the other end. Then after receiving, it will send back and then receive by the other end. A one-way form of communication. That is a half duplex. And it is serial because it transfer or it sends data bit by bit, one bit at the same time, through two lines. Why is it called the I2C or I squared C or inter-integrated circuit? Because this type of communication is using only two lines, data and clock, aside from the ground and the BCC. The form of communication or communication protocol is I squared C or I2C, using only two lines, sending clock and modulated by this data lines, and then sending clock carrier frequency to the data lines with the data lines, modulated by the data lines, encoded by the data lines, or in sync with the clock. So that is the I2C squared or I2C form of communication using only two lines with the help of having a MAC address. So it has a MAC address so that once the Arduino is sending data, the MAC address is the one he is going to locate the MAC address of this backpack. And MAC address is configured at the back of this backpack. There are 3 pins there. The MAC address of this is, since there's no connection, it has a MAC address of 0 times 27. That is the configuration of MAC address. If we're going to configure the MAC address. So, we have now this LCD that capable of what? Flashing alternate word flasher or capable of doing alternate word flasher. Welcome Tagalog Electronics. By the help of Arduino code.